Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a Vanguard knife to show you. So this is my first time checking out a Vanguard Knives knife. White Mountain Knives was kind enough to send one out to me, so I really appreciate Justin for that. I did reach out to Vanguard to see if they would want to send me stuff, and they did, but then nothing happened. So then I reached back out, and they said, well, sending stuff to reviewers like one at a time is very difficult because they're over in Europe. They're actually in Switzerland, looks like. I believe Vanguard is the same person as PMP Knives. Same guy runs both, or ran PMP. I'm not sure if it's still going. So he said, reach out to the dealers. Maybe they'll send you one. And luckily I know Justin at White Mountain, and he was kind enough to send me one. So this will go into the pass around group afterwards. This is the Mini Cleaver in Flame Handle Stonewash. This was the model I was most interested in checking out. It comes in this, it comes in this big faux leather thing. That's crazy. It's like a watch box almost. I did look on White Mountain Knives. Please go to White Mountain Knives if you're interested in this, or if you're interested in anything, go over there. Use the code LeftyEDC. You'll save 10% on your order and support White Mountain Knives. They were kind enough to support me on this. This is a Geoff design, so Geoff Blauvelt or Blauvelt, aka Tuff Knives. His name's Geoff. I just call him Geoff because I'm a jack-off, if you know what I mean. M390 Mini Cleaver, titanium handle. This card, I think, is made out of titanium as well, which is pretty sick. Very nice COA, gotta say. Keep it in the fancy packaging here, you know. So, $270 for the knife. Use my code LeftyEDC. You're talking about $27 off. You get free shipping. I mean, it's really affordable at that point, right? And you're getting this leather box, which is insane to me. That, you know, this box is probably $20 for them. Very unnecessary, in my opinion, if you could make the knife cheaper. But, hey, just right off the bat, this is going to be a guess. But I think they're using Kubi. So it looks like Kubi OEM, because that flamed ano is extremely Kubi. And I can just tell, because it seems like every OEM has their own flamed ano, if that makes sense. They seem to have their own style of flamed ano. Let me see if I have a chaser laying around that has that ano. I think I do. Just because I think it'd be interesting to compare. Come on. I don't. Oh, wait. I have a mash. Here we go. So here's a Divo mash. This is a V2. It's from a while ago. But look at that flamed ano and look at this flamed ano. I mean, if that's not the same, then I don't know what is. So to me, we're talking Kubi here. Could be wrong. You never know. Could be another brand. Dead centered, which is nice. We have no lash. Oh yeah, it is Kubi. Look, they have a little plastic guy that I started asking for. And now Kubi's doing it on everything. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's Kubi. So we have a flipper tab. Nice jimping all around it, which is cool. I like that it's a smaller size. Let's give it a flip and see how that feels. Okay. We only have that deployment, so it needs to be good, you know. I like the design. It's very, you know, interesting. Just all over the place. Curvature this way, curvature that way, but yet still a sheep's foot. A little bit of a hook here. Kind of got a poon spoon going on. Can't really choke. You can choke up, obviously, but it's a little sharp right here. If you're bearing down, it's not going to be comfortable at all to choke up like this. So you really are stuck back here, which is very small. So not the most practical knife. Action is great. I mean, Kubi, we know it's good. You have a nice push button right here. And then you have a nice light switch right here. So that's cool. We don't have any landing pad for your finger. It would be nice if they would have put like a little landing pad notch here. See if I have anything with it. Again, if I could have found the chaser, I could show you. Needs to be something with a flipper tab. Yeah, well. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's just like chamfers on both sides like you see for a lock bar a lot of times. I mean, it feels good. The price point, I don't think it's bad. I mean, you're talking about M390, Kubi OEM, so, you know, titanium M390 frame lock from Kubi. If it was a Divo, we'd be selling this at $219 at this point. 10% off, you'd be paying $200, okay? But this is a different brand, and everybody has their own reasons for pricing. Overhead, they are paying a designer. That's important. They're paying Tuff knives for this, so that's an expense that we don't have. Obviously, we pay ourselves, but you know what I mean. It's not an in-house design. Then you have this sucker right here, okay? So, you know, I don't know why I'm doing this breakdown of the pricing. I think the price is fine. I think it's a decent price, honestly. But you're talking about a designer, so let's just say 10% to that guy, which is Geoff. And then, so let's just call that $27, right? It's not, it's probably less, but whatever. $27 per knife. And then you got this freaking thing right here, which is probably another $20 at least that you're paying for this. So right there, that's $50 almost, $47, right? So we're pretty much right in line. Once you take the 10% off, I think this price point is just fine, $270. And some people love having a cool packaging like that, you know, something different. I'm okay with that. The Detent's not the strongest, as you can see. It's not terrible. You can hear the click. But when it comes out, nothing. Because it's a heavier blade, so it needs a little bit more pressure to come out of there. So, like, I can fail it. But I can also enjoy it. So, you know, you don't have to be a negative Nancy and sit there and fail it like this. You could just pop it. So, that's the good and the bad on the Detent. I think it's fine. I do think being a flipper only, I would have wanted it to be a little bit stronger, a little more dialed in, you know. I'm surprised Kubi didn't just get it right. I mean, it is fun and fidgety, though, so I don't know. Honestly, with this flipper tab, because it has this corner right here, it can feel a little sharp. It's like beating me up a little bit. If it was a lot stronger, I think it would possibly just hurt. So, I don't know. I think I'm over analyzing it. I think it works really well. I mean, look at that. That feels fantastic. Yeah, you know what? Detent's perfect. Let's just call it perfect. Took me a while to get there, guys, but I think it's perfect. I bet you can flick it anyway. Well, not if you're left-handed, you're on the lock bar. If you're right-handed, oh, come on, dude. Yeah. And this is the Stonewash variant, so this is the toughest one. Get it? Tough. To flick. If you got one with a satin, belt satin, it'd be probably easier, or especially if you got one with like an acid wash or some kind of finish like that, it would grab better. A DLC, not a DLC, but like a PVD. Black wash would do it, but I can flick it. So as you can tell, I can't stop flicking it. So definitely got some fidget on her, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Not reversible in the clip. I kind of understand that. I'm trying to keep this clean. Relatively simple design, even though it's a kind of a wild design. It's also relatively simple. You know, we just have a frame lock, and we do have an internally mounted clip, which is nice. You know, nice chamfers on the sides. There's nothing crazy going on. You do have, actually, I take that back. You have Geoff's kind of, I kind of credit him with this. I know other people have done it, but you see these two screws right here? They go through the backspacer and then they actually screw into the titanium. Sometimes he'll do it on his customs, at least. Sometimes he'll do it where these two screw heads are showing, or sorry, the end of the screw will be showing here, which is pretty cool. But I also like it like this, where it's just going in and then you can't see them at all. So this side's really clean. So we do have something really cool going on there. Lock bar access is nice. We have a steel insert. Yeah, the more time I spend with this, the more I appreciate it, to be honest. And that happened, but that's just me. If you get your finger like up on top on this jimping, that's why he jimped all of it, which is cool. You can do a nice push button like that, which is always fun. And then you can come up top and drag it down for a really nice light switch. So you kind of have the choice of flip. And that's fun. That gives it a multi-deployment feel, even though there's only one. And then you can always throw in your side flick like that. We have a flat ground blade. We do have a big old, you know, whatever this is right here. Parrot snout right there. I like it. Now, I don't know if there's a full-size one. Look at that action, dude. See that? Just turn the handle. Ooh. For a mini knife like this? Jeez. So here's a Lush, just for comparison's sake. 3-inch blade, essentially. And the mini cleaver is smaller than the Lush, it looks like. So let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I'm carrying the Binge. It was. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Carrying the Binge because I just got a bunch of knives back from my buddy Jim. Sharp Obsession. He sharpened these up for me. Shout out to Jim. This is a 2.9-inch blade, I believe. And that is essentially the same size. I think it's 2.9. Is it? Or is it 2.75? I always forget. Yeah, 2.9. Love this knife. It's my favorite knife. Let's see. Yep. 2.9 to 3 inches. Just really nice, man. You know what I love about Geoff? What I love about him is his designs are, I don't know, what would you call it? Yeah, I don't know how to. They're like modern classics, so to speak. I don't even know if that makes sense, but like this is a flipper only design. You don't see a lot of flipper only designs these days, right? And he does a lot of stuff like that that just feels like he's in his own lane. He's in his own world doing his own design. He's like, you never see at least I don't. I never see a Tuff Knives design and go, oh yeah, like, you know, usually my brain does this thing where I take things from a knife and I go, okay, yeah, the blade looks like it's from this knife, the handle looks like it's from this knife, whatever, right? Whenever Geoff comes out with a knife, I never do that. I'm just like, okay, it's a new Tuff Knives knife. It's always like a unique, genuine knife. And I'm not saying that other people are copying, because I don't think that's true, but I think we're all influenced by stuff, if that makes sense. Yeah, hard to explain that better, but he's just, he's got unique designs, but they're not like outlandish or anything, right? Like this one has the crazy, you know, poon thing going on, but that's not like insane. Huh, I really like it. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I'm going to pass this around, of course. Let's see how sharp it is. I mean, it's Kubi, so it's sharp. I knew that. I'm not even going to get the cardboard. It's not worth it. That action is butter, dude. I like how he did the relief cut because it's like wide. I feel like that has less of a chance to mess up your pants or whatever going in and out of pocket. I guess we should test the clip, huh? Feels, let's see. Let's see. Reinforced pocket, in and out. Yeah, it bites a little bit down here because it is a little bit pokey there. But they got enough relief on it that it does go in and out pretty easily. I do wish they would round that out a little bit, extend the contact point and round it a little bit. Just, I've been kind of on a pocket clip snobbery tour lately. Even this ended up being a little too tight for my take. See how hard it is for me to lift that up? This one's a little bit easier because you have less material here. Enough of it's relieved that it lets you pick it up. This one I think just ended up being maybe a hair too short. It still works just fine. But, you know, I like to nitpick stuff. But yeah, that's a pretty good clip. And I love the look at it. Look of it. Look at that. Look at that sucker. Look at that sucker. Lots of milling in there. Milled out to the gills. Even where, you know, like here's the lock bar, but like down here on the inside, it's milled out. You can't see it, but like under this area, it's milled out. Just to add some extra weight relief. I mean, Geoff has been doing this a long time. He knows what he's doing at this point. And yeah, I think he did a great job on this. I think Kubi did a great job. I think Vanguard did a good job picking up this design. I think they picked up one of Colin's designs, so we should see that at some point. Or maybe it's already out, I don't know. But that's the mini cleaver from Vanguard Knives. Let me know what you guys think. And if you want to pick one up, pick it up at White Mountain Knives, guys. Use that code, LeftyEDC. Save yourself 27 bucks, and you'll be out the door on this sucker for what? What's 270 minus 27? I can't do math, guys. 143, maybe? 143 out the door on this? 243, sorry. 243 out the door on this. I think that's more than fair. You have a nice micro milling, especially with the packaging. You can get a really nice box. You also have to keep in mind, the other thing I didn't mention that I meant to when I was breaking down the pricing, because, you know, I have to do that. Like, you know, why? I don't. The pricing is what the pricing is, and, like, you either pay for it or you don't. I get hung up on it, too, sometimes, and I shouldn't. But, like, they're in Switzerland, so they're getting these made where Kubi, China, and then are they shipping to Switzerland, and then they're QCing them, and then they're packaging them like this, and then they're sending them to the U.S. dealers, or they're getting them pre-packaged in these already, like they chose these packages, Kubi sourced it for them, whatever, and then they're shipping them to Switzerland, then they're going to the U.S. dealers, or Kubi sending them directly to dealers to cut out some of the steps. But there's got to be some extra shipping in there too, considering living in Switzerland as a company operating and selling products mostly in the U.S., is probably more expensive. Probably have, because of import fees, VAT taxes, income fee, taxes, all that shit that you get in Europe. It's a little more expensive to run a business there, I think. So you have that added in as well, plus the designer that I mentioned earlier and the nice packaging. So again, $243 out the door. I am absolutely not complaining about that. I think that price is good. I think that's a good price. And that's where we're going to leave it. So let me know what you guys think. Vanguard Knives, Tuff Knives, Mini Cleaver. Okay? M390, Flamed Anno Titanium, OEM by Kubey. One of the reasons I care about who the OEM is, it helps me determine the quality of the knife. What do I, just the the execution of it, the fit and finish. And when I say it helps me determine it, I mean it helps you as a viewer out there, as a potential consumer out there. That helps you know what to expect with this, right? You can expect the same build quality that you get on a Divo knife from Kubey, right? I mean, I think that makes perfect sense. I think I'm connecting dots there pretty well. And I would say that's a positive in this case, right? It's not like, oh, it's Kubey. No, it's like, yeah, it's fucking Kubey, baby. I know what I'm getting here. That's all. All right, I'm going to shut up now. I love you guys. Great job, Geoff. One of these days, I got to get back over to your shop. He lives 10 minutes away from me. Great dude. Support Geoff. He's got all kinds of designs with all kinds of companies. He does this full time, and he deserves everything that's coming to him when it comes to the community support. He's been at this a long time. He goes back a long way. So shout out to Geoff. Love you, buddy. And yeah, shout out to Justin over at White Mountain Knives. And shout out to Vanguard Knives. So there you go. Mini Cleaver. Love you guys. Catch you later. Peace.